Hot, right, you guys? 118 degrees. I'm in the Imperial County, El Centro area. It's hot. Forgive me if I sweat on camera. The heat just coming through here. I don't have the AC on full blast because then you guys won't be able to hear what I have to say. So it's not on too loud. So forgive me if you see me sweating on camera, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to get things done here. So today's topic. I've seen a lot of patches, shoulder patches, and badge designs that are against the law. When I mean against the law, I mean that they are against the Business and Professions Code. This is a code in the state of California, so this really pertains to Californians. There's a code in the Business Professions section that covers badges and patch designs. Those of you who might pick up a security badge or a patch in one of the security stores or law enforcement stores, those generic ones that say security officer or officer, they are against the Business Professions Code. BSIS can get you fined, okay? If you're a manager, qualified manager, or you're the owner of a company, you're the private patrol operator or the PPO, you submit these things in the beginning to get your license, and then your design changes after approval. I don't think they're going to hit you hard, but you never know if they're going to say that you engage in a deceitful practice. And if you engage in a deceitful practice, your PPO license is at stake. Okay, I don't think they're going to go petty on you. Just if one of your officers badge or patch designs is off. More so if somebody calls and complains about you for some reason, they like to come back and find any violation that they can on you. Okay, private security officers, I'm talking to you. Let your bosses know, let your supervisors know that their badge or patch design is in violation of the law, if it is, and I'll tell you what the regulations are. Shoulder patches. We're looking at between 3 inches wide and 4 inches long. Okay, 3 inches wide, 4 inches long. The shield or the badge, 2.5 to 3 inches is the standard. Okay. Now, the state of California tells us that the badge or the shoulder design has to be readable from a reasonable distance. But they don't even tell us what a reasonable distance is, okay? They tell us that it has to be of a design that's approved by the Director of Department of Consumer Affairs, yet we don't even know what the standard is because they don't publish it. However, under the badge and patch webpage under BSIS, they said previously that they have approved badges and patches that are of the dimensions that I just discussed right now. Okay, and I'll put a link in the description. So that's what we have to follow. But I don't think it's right that they don't tell us what it is. They just tell us what they previously approved. Nonsense, but something that we have to abide by if we want to follow Business and Professions Code. Okay, other requirements. On the badge, it cannot say officer. I tried to pull that with BSIS when I had my company up and running, and they said, no, that is... in a way, you're giving somebody the perception or impression that you are a police officer or law enforcement officer. You can't have the word officer on it, okay? Cool. Send it back to them for review, and I had the state of California seal on the badge design. They said, nope, you're replicating a government agency. Okay, cool. Look into it further. All they could say is, well, all it has to say is private security, the name of the PPO, in other words, the name of the security company, the complete name, and an employee ID number. Okay? You could pick an ID number of 1,000 if you want, or 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5P68, whatever you want. It just has to be some type of employee number. Okay? Once again, the words private security, the private patrol operator name, exact name, and the ID number. That's it. Don't add other stuff. Don't put on there security guard, I mean, if you have room, you could put that in there. But those are the 3 things that they want. Now on the patches, okay, don't put any fancy stuff. Stick to what the loss is, okay? And the loss is private security. You have to have the words private security on there. And they have to be, they have to be readable from a reasonable distance. Don't even know what the hell that means. I would assume that if you're maybe, I don't know, guys, 10 feet away, that you're able to read the letters. Again, I'm making that up. I'm just trying to offer my suggestion. And I don't know. But if you go to, if you copy some of the law enforcement agencies to see how far away the lettering is, and the font, maybe you can kind of replicate that font, okay, and that font and that size. So, shoulder patch, name of the private patrol operator company, the full name, and the words private security. That's it. If your employer, or you're the employer, or you're the qualified manager, you guys aren't following these instructions, tell your supervisor. Forward this video to the supervisor. Forward this video to the owner of the company, the qualified manager, management, anybody that has supervisor authority. Because in the end, when one of your officers gets smashed with some type of fine, it's going to affect the whole company, okay? I don't think the fine is going to be something that's going to make you bankrupt. It might be something that's $50 to $100. But again, you don't want the state to say that you're engaging in some type of fraudulent practice, okay? And I've seen some crazy stuff that they pulled sometimes, okay? Most of the time, I think they're fair, but sometimes they pull some weird crap, okay? When I started private security, we had this cool badge. It looked like an LAPD, and it said on their officer, and it said private security below that. That's illegal. Can't have that. I see in a lot of videos on YouTube, private security officers will give a presentation. They'll have the badge on their belt, okay, hanging maybe from the drop leg holster. So if you have a badge, you can't put in those locations because the state of California tells us that they have to be on the upper left breast portion of the uniform. And because they specify where the badge goes, you can't put it on your leg, you can't put it on your belt or elsewhere. Okay? This is stuff that I cover in my book, Private Patrol Operator. I think I start from page 74 and I end about page 76, 77. I go into more detail. The book is expensive. It's $140. Sometimes it goes to $200, sometimes $250. Some people complain, hey, your book is too expensive. Yeah, it is costly, but look, if you end up getting all this stuff before you get licensed, and I'm talking to you people that want to form your own security company or agency, you get all this stuff done and then you apply for license. Okay, just a template format. Just for them to create a set of patches for you. You have to create the design and everything, the graphic artist. You're looking at a good $300, maybe $350, and the book is under $200. You're gonna save, in some circumstances, you're gonna save a lot of money. I have some people that applied for that. They paid into their LLC. They paid somebody to form it, maybe an attorney or maybe LegalZoom. And then later on, they found out after reading my book that you can't even have an LLC and have your security company running under the LLC. Another topic of discussion, by the way. Hope this video helps. Forward it to everybody, you guys, everybody in your company. I have other training tips on private security, private investigations, management. This is a leadership channel. Make sure that you subscribe. Press the like button, please. You guys press a like. It really helps me out. It helps my message get out there. And press the bell notification button so you don't miss an important update. Last thing, this is my legal disclaimer. I don't work for BSIS, the Bureau of Security Investigative Services. I'm not an attorney. Do your own research. Sometimes I make errors in this video. Okay? Be safe, you guys, and take care.